All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look today for week 3, Wednesday, quarter 4, math 7, triangle assignment 12A, it's two-sided. And this is the one where you're gonna be graphing linear equations and then also shading. So B is at 4, right? This is always gonna be on the y-axis. You go up 4. Your slope, which is m, is gonna be in front of the x because the equation is y equals mx plus b. The two things that you're going to need when you're graphing something is going to be m and b. This is where you start, and this is going to determine whether you go up or down, right? Slope is a -3/1, so you're going to go down and to the right, 1. Go down 1, 2, 3 over to the right, 1, 2, 3 over to the right, 1, 2, 3 over to the right. You see how you're a little bit off? Also, when you're doing this, look over here, please. If there's an equal sign, it is going to be a solid line. If it is going to be like this, it is a dotted line. Right? Okay. Then there is shading. So these are the rules for line. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the rules for shading. If it's like this or like this, where it's eating the letter Y, you are going to shade up. Does that make sense? On the other hand, if it's going to be like this or this, where it's not eating the letter Y, you shade down. Oh, thank you. Wow. Can I get can I go get a towel, please? Yeah. Well, thank you, Quentin. How long did it take you to open it? Okay. There's no towel. Oh, that's pretty good. Thank you. Thank you. This is awesome. I did a horrible job. You did a great job, buddy. Let it go. This totally made my day, Quentin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, just because your brother did something nice and kind does not mean you have to be a jerk about it and whisper. This one's really good. Oh, yeah. I think it's like $3.50 each. Not bad. Yeah, so it's about like $7 for two. Oh, really good. All right. So this one is the solid line. So make sure you draw a solid line. And because this is eating the letter Y, you shade up. Do you see that? Okay. Next one. Automatically, when I look at this, it is a solid line because of the equal, right? And you're going to shade down, right? Start at -5, go out 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dot. Solid line. And you're going to shade down, right? Okay. When I look at this one, this is going to be a dotted line. I'm going to open this one and the shade up, right? Yes. So let's start at -5, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. You see how I'm running out of space? Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Dotted line. And you're going to shade up. And make sure you use a ruler when you're drawing that. So if you don't have a ruler, here, use this one here. It needs to be dotted, not solid. Do you understand? Dotted. That looks solid. It needs to be dotted. And make sure you write down whether it's dotted or solid. Can you close the door, Em? Thank you. Oh, yeah, but close the door. The door's not closed. The glass one. The glass door, baby. This one over here. Ask Quentin help. Do you see how there is no slope? Right? If it's no slope, the slope is 0. Do you understand? This is y is greater than 0x minus 4, right? What happens if we have slope is equal to 0? It is a horizontal line, right? This one is going to be careful with your hand when you're doing that, okay, Quentin? And make sure you don't hit the ground too hard. This is a dotted, and is it shade up or down? Up. Because it's eating the letter Y, right? So you're going to start at -4, dotted line, like that, and then shade up. And that makes sense because Y is greater than -4. So if it's greater than -4, then it's above -4, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, you do number 5 and 6. Your 5 is solid. It should not be solid. It should not be solid, just, you know. Okay, do you see how with number 6, you also need to go down and to the left, so that way you see your lines a little bit off here. Yeah. You see that? Because it's a little bit off by half. So this is going to be solid, shade up. Mom, I figured out something. What is it, Biba? When you put glider on the floor, it breaks way easier. Oh, you just like that? No, I just like threw it on the floor. Oh, good, because like the inside is very porous. Do you see that? Yeah. Oh, that looks good. Good job, buddy. Would you like a piece, Grayson? Yeah. What do you say to your brother? Can I have a piece, Mom? No, you may not. You're gonna be a jerk. You know he's just doing that because he's jealous, right? From him. Yeah. You should ask not me because I didn't open it. But then why are you eating it? Because yeah, he gave it to me and I said thank you. That's what a regular person does. Like a regular person? No. Ask nicely. Okay, keep going. I want you to pay attention for number 7. Wait, so this is x is less than -5. It is a dotted line. Hey, here's your notes. You need to make sure you memorize this. What do you say to your brother? Good, thanks, Mom. No, I said thanks. Then I'm gonna eat it now. I have a bit. I said thanks. I said thanks. Memorize. It's a horizontal line. Write this down. That's not one though. Yep. Yeah. What do you say? Yeah, thanks. Thank you, honey. You're welcome. Go share with Emma. You're not finishing the whole thing, do you understand? Let me finish half. Okay, pay attention. No, not hold up. Pay attention. This one's gonna be -5, and it's gonna be a dotted line. Now, for this one, you can't shade up or down, correct? But saying x is less than -5. If x is less than -5, which way do you shade? Right or left? Left. So you just need to make sense of it. Does that make sense? All right. Go up to number 8, and when you're ready for number 8, after number 8, let me know when you're ready for number 9. Rest. Yeah, take it, baby. Are you done with your did you finish your Wednesdays? So take a look at number 9. Number 9 is very different than, let's say, number 8, correct? Number 8 is y equals mx plus b. They're the forms. This is something you need to memorize, okay? This is called the other form. Oh, sorry, this is called y-intercept form. Do you remember that? Yes. And the reason why it's called y-intercept form is because you can tell where the m is and where the b is, right? The y-intercept, correct? The second form we have here is ax plus by, like number 9, equals c. Do you remember what that form is called? Standard form. So in order for you to graph, you could do one of two things, okay? First thing that you can do is solve for y. So you put it into y-intercept form, right? And then you graph it, right? Second thing that you can do is the y and x intercept form, okay? So what you do is we're going to go ahead and remember this is what we're going to do. You're going to find the x-intercept. If you find the x-intercept, y is already 0, okay? Cover the y like this. Do you see that? So here you just solve for x. X is equal to 10 over 3. Do you see that? 10 over 3 is about 3.33. Okay? That's your first one. So 1, 2, 3, 0. Right there. That's your x-intercept. That's your first point. Then you have to find the y-intercept. With the y-intercept, what is x going to be? 0, right? Put 0 right there. So what we're going to do is come over here, cover the x, solve for y. Negative 2y equal to 10. You don't need to use a less than or greater than or whatever. That we're going to do that later. And then from here, y is equal to negative 5. Do you see that? So it's a negative 5. So 0, negative 5. Do you see that? Yeah. Now, I know that this is going to be a dotted line. But here's the problem. If you're shading already, as I'm looking at this, when you divide by the negative 2, right? You have to switch that sign because you're dividing by a negative 2, right? So when you switch that sign, this is now going to be shade up, not down. Do you see that? When you divide by the negative 2, whenever you divide by a negative number, don't you switch the sign? Right? So instead of having it like this, it's now like this. Do you see how it changed? Okay. I'm going to have you do 10, 11, 12 on your own, and we'll come back in. Okay, so let's go on to number 10. You see how number 10 is still in standard form? So the easiest way to do this is just solve for x, or solve for y, okay? If you're solving for y, move the 5x over to the right side, right? So you have negative 3y less than or equal to negative 5x, because you're moving it over, minus 15, right? Then you have the divided by negative 3 on everything. Do you see the negative 3 right there? That will change a few things. Y is now by itself, but this right here has to change and switch because you're dividing by a negative number. Whenever you divide or multiply by a negative number, that inequality sign switches, okay? Negative 5 over negative 3 is a positive 5 over 3x. This is a positive 5. Do you see that? When I graph this, where do I start? Okay, so I start at you don't start at negative 3. It's a positive 5. Okay. And then do you go up or down? Look at the slope. Up 5 over to the right 3, or over to the left 3. But do you see, or to the right 3? But do you see how we don't have enough space here? You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So then you know it's a positive slope. So then you can just go down to the left to still make it a positive slope because you don't have enough space. You see that? Solid or dotted? There's an equal sign. Right or up or down? Where do you shade? No, it's greater than or equal to because you switched it. You changed it. Do you see that? This determines whether you shade up or down. Do you see that? So you shade up. Solid. And you shade up like this.
Okay.
This one doesn't have a slope. Is it horizontal or is it vertical?
Horizontal.
Yeah, F4. That's where it is, right? It's gonna be a horizontal line. It's a horizontal line. Is it going to be a dotted line or a solid line? Solid or dotted? Fade up or down?
Up.
Use one of the highlighters. It looks like you'll put some effort into it. Grab one of the highlighters. I'm telling you to use one of the fucking highlighters, so just use the highlighter.
Basically, just don't argue.
Did I ask you if there's a reason to or not? I just asked you to grab a highlighter and just highlight it. Number 12, solve for y. What's your answer?
X-intercept is.
No. We're not doing the x-intercept anymore. That one takes way too much time. I'm just gonna have you go ahead and solve for it. And the reason for that is because if you do the x and y intercept, your shading is gonna be wrong. Do you understand me? So just solve for y. If you solve for y, what is your y-intercept?
Okay.
-2. Yes? You're not getting this. I think you've kind of forgotten how to even solve, which is ridiculous because we've done this many times. We move the x over here. Do you see that? Move it over here in front of the 2. Do you see that? So it becomes a negative x. Yes? There's a negative y. So that means you need to divide everything by a -1. Yes?
Yeah.
Negative divided by negative is a positive y. So this has to change. And why does it change? Because you're dividing and multiplying by a negative number. Negative x divided by -1 is what? It's a positive x. Positive 2 divided by -1 is a -2. So now to ask you again, what is your y-intercept?
-2.
Good. Now what is your slope? Up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Is it a solid or dotted? So when you do this, pay attention. You look at the new equation that you solved. Solid or dotted? Is there an equal sign or not an equal sign?
There's an equal sign.
There's no equal sign. It's dotted. What are you talking about? When you look over here, does it have an equal sign or no equal sign? It is not that simple right there. There's no equal sign. It's a dotted line. Look at this. Shade up or down. Don't look at the original one. The original one's not going to tell you that.
Up, I don't know.
Look over here. Is it eating the letter Y? Yes or no?
Yeah.
This is eating the letter Y.
Oh, sorry.
This is shading down. Dotted line, shade down. Do that, turn that in. We're done.